Hello, my name is Vivian and here we are with a new house build. This house build is kind of special because as I was almost done building it, my game crashed and I can't have this house back. That is a bit sad. Yeah, I also feel a bit sad about it. But the rest of the build is great and I like where I took it. And something happened while I was building this. Uh, at the point that I placed down the front door of this house, I the color swatch on the door I changed, and then it happened to uh, have a blue and pink swatch on there, and that is what I ran with. This whole house is themed around the colors of this marble in the front door. So that's great if you ask me. I in the end really like this result. I am kind of a sucker for English cottage style house, so I think this was right up my alley. I do have to say that a couple of the houses I just recently built are a tiny bit different. Not really English cottage style houses, so I think that's good because, uh, as we all know, I love it when I have to branch out and build beyond my comfort zone. So I also had this idea in this house that I wanted something like this with a sort of upstairs hidden in the attic sort of way, uh, which meant that I had to extend the house a couple of times. But as I said, the end result looks really nice and I'm pretty happy with it. I am a bit unhappy that I lost the house because it's not like I'm gonna build it back or something like that. It's just not gonna happen. Um, yeah, that's it. Think about the origin of this house. Yeah, I 2 weeks ago watched the fourth season of Virgin River. There's first and second episodes I've now seen. I'm very glad that there is something to watch again. I enjoyed the previous seasons as well, so it was nice to have it back on my screen. Because yeah, I also love myself a little bit of reality TV, but I also think that you have to have a balance between reality TV and uh, normal TV. I don't really know how you would describe that, but I like the start of this season so far. So I'm more than happy to see where it takes us. I don't really know how I ended up with this pink and blue marble, but it looks really good on this front door. I also really like using this front door. I don't know why, but it just looks very realistic, especially in this English cottage style, which is always nice. Trying really hard to get every floor tile uh, under the roof covered, so it all has a ceiling like that. It is a bit hard and tricky to do, but we get there, I think, in the end. But yeah, as I said, liked. I also wonder how many seasons they're gonna give us of Virgin River. Because of course it's based on the books. There are books about it. Of course there are books about it, because why not? I would like it to have a lot of seasons because I enjoy watching it. But I also don't want it to be dragged out or something like that, because I don't think that is useful. Don't think that. And I also saw the trailer to The Handmaid's Tale. We all know that I watched every season of that, so read all the books, saw the movie. Even though it gives me nightmares, I still stand by my point that it is something that everybody should watch, just so we can prevent it from happening. People, when I say that, laugh at me and think I'm dumb or something like that. That's not the case. I really mean that this book, the book was based on historical events. It means that it has happened, not in the big scale that is there, but things have been taken out of the history. And I think that is something we should look for in the future. We should not have that happen. Years ago, women had no rights, none whatsoever. And throughout history, women have fought for their rights, and I think we should not let that go to waste. I would really think that we should, how would you say that? We should continue with making sure that women are equal to men. And people say then often that there already is equal balance between men and women. There isn't. There are women in the world that are not allowed to vote in the country they live in. And I think, as a female myself, I think it's a human right to have a vote in the country you live in, to have a say in what happens in your country. I would say that that's a human right, and that is for all humans, whichever gender you might abide to. And I think seeing The Handmaid's Tale made me realize that that's a very important statement to put out there, to make sure that people nowadays understand that we're not there yet. There still are way more males on top of the ladders in jobs and companies and stuff. And also women don't get paid equal for the same job, which makes no sense at all. Stuff like that should change, and we should potentially if I was that kind of person that could riot for something like that, I would go to a protest. I am a big introvert, and also going to a protest, no matter what point in time, a pandemic or not, I don't think that is something that I should do. Don't think that's a wise thing for me to do, but I do feel pretty strongly about this subject, because I think, as I said, women are equal to men. I think a woman should not only have the right to bear children and cook dinner and clean the house. And we have come so far. I just watching that trailer for this new season of The Handmaid's Tale really put it back on the front of my mind that we are not where we should be with equal rights for women. That I think we should really still be pushing for that. Let me see, what else did I watch this week? There is this Dutch TV show. I am, generally speaking, not a fan of Dutch TV shows. We have had some formats of Dutch TV, the American or English TV show, that have been done in the Netherlands, and rarely that pans out okay. Rarely, and I mean that for some strange reason, as soon as the TV show gets translated into Dutch, it's or being picked up by a Dutch company that makes TV shows, production company, they automatically decline the quality of it. I don't really know what it is. I think now 2 years ago maybe there was this season of The Bachelorette, a Dutch season of it, and I love myself some Bachelorette. I don't know what it is about it, but I just really like it. And then now this Bachelorette season and the previous Bachelor season that they had in the Netherlands are behind the paywall, so I have to pay money if I wanted to see it. But this first episode was free, so I thought, well, I could give it a go. I didn't even get through the whole episode. For starters, they ate food on their dates. I don't know who thought of that, but that's just ridiculous. I've never ever seen somebody eat from the plate that they get given anywhere on any season of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette of the seasons I've watched. Never. But they did, and it was very weird. I've never seen something that strange. Them eating. And I think on that Bachelor season we had in the Netherlands, they even went to a restaurant, and it was a very crappy looking place, and they ate there. Like everybody ate there. It was really weird. Yeah, really weird. I just don't understand it. Makes not a lot of sense to me. Just after watching so many seasons of the American and the Australian Bachelorette, I was very baffled that they did give them food, and on camera. They had to eat on camera. There are there aren't much less attractive things that you could watch. Really good with words. Words are really, really good with me. Really good with it. Yeah, I don't really know what it is about Dutch television or Dutch production companies that take a format that's really popular in another country, and they take it and they run with it, and it just ends up looking crap. I don't know what that is about. No, I don't know. But I do know I don't like it. No, I'm not saying that the production is crap or less than the other versions I usually watch. But maybe it's less than, now that I'm thinking about it. It does kind of sound like that's where I want to go with my story. And that's just a bit. I would say they have the same budget, or they could have the same budget or a less budget, but still bring out the same quality. And that's just a bit sad. That's just what it is. Yeah. I like a porch around the whole house. I'm a big fan of that. That doesn't really scream English cottage to me, but it just does fit for some reason. And yeah, it just looks really nice. I have seen what I did with the flooring here and in the kitchen. Seen that done before in real houses, and sometimes it just fits in the house I'm building. Sometimes not always, but sometimes it just fits, and then I just need to roll with it because for some strange reason it looks nice having big stones on the outside and then smaller stones or a more colorful stone in the middle. It just sometimes works. This ends up being just a small family home, 2 bedrooms. They do have a big pool in the backyard, which I try to at least make look a little bit different. No straight pool for this house. And of course, before anybody questions me, there are screenshots at the end of this video. So if you want to see the floor plan or a bit more still images of the decoration of the rooms, there are screenshots at the end of this video, which is always helpful if you ask me. And as soon as I'm starting to watch The Handmaid's Tale, I will try and recap it in my house build videos, because in the as we all know, I'm not really good at voiceovering stuff, and that does give me something to chat about, and I'm pretty opinionated about it, so that's I think good. And in my mind, English cottage does come with an English garden, and those usually are a bit more all over the place. I wouldn't say cluttered or overgrown, but they do look a bit wild, and I really enjoy that. I am really into flowers and stuff, so said English cottage does fit my vibe. English garden as well. But looking at my screen, I think I've done a pretty good job at voiceovering this video, which means that I'm gonna wrap it up right now. If you enjoyed watching this video, I suggest that you thumbs this video up, subscribe to my channel so you see the next house built in 2 weeks time on the Thursday. And my name is Fan, and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.